Hi guys, I'm back again. It's Monday, January the 11th, and I've got a little more news for you. Excuse me, let me get to a quieter place. All right, the Markle family. Thomas Markle is proud of his daughter Samantha on the release of her new book. Meghan must be fuming. And then she has kind of a strange remark in here, but we'll go on. Disclaimer. Full disclaimer can be found down below in the description. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate all my viewers. And if you would give me a thumbs up if you like this, that would help me out a lot. If you would share it and subscribe if you haven't already and set your notification, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get started where we left off. So the Daily Mail says, Harry and Meghan quit social media for good. Ha, ha, ha. Right, guys. Couple will not use sites to promote their Archwell Foundation and will not return to personal accounts due to the haters, the source claims. Oh, wow. And so let's go on to see what it says. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will never return to social media after claiming to have dealt with an almost unsurvivable amount of abuse. A source has claimed, yes, right. Harry and Meghan stopped posting to their Sussex Royal Instagram and Twitter accounts last year. Not because of choice, because they had to give it up, while hinting that they would quit all the sites. So we know that the people that were calling her out on her lies and were finding the things that she was saying not to be true, people would go and comment on that, and she couldn't stand it and felt like we were a bunch of trolls. That's not it. I've got nothing against the girl personally, and I don't think any of you do either. I think the problem is we just can't stand someone who is woke, lying, preachy, wants to tell us how to live our lives, but she's not willing to take her own advice. And the fact that we feel like she's destroying the monarchy and all the disrespect that she has shown to Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family, and she knows she's doing this damage, and for her, she doesn't care. She didn't get her way, so she is out with a vengeance to destroy them and to get every penny that she can from them. Well, that's my opinion anyway, and I think a lot of you might feel the same. Let me know in the comments. All right, so let's go on. And now a source close to them has told the Sunday Times that they will not use social networks to promote their Archwell Foundation and have no plans to return in a personal capacity. Well, they didn't have to have an account anyway. They used every other account of the people that they were vampiring, or she was sucking them dry from, taking all their energy and the things that they had going on, like the young kids that had the podcast on teen mental health, which she turned that whole podcast into about herself and oh, woe is me, and how she was the most trolled person. She was ranked up there, but she wasn't the number one. But anyway, it says that the couple have frequently spoken out about the abuse they receive online, despite continuing to use these online medias to promote their progressive new roles in the U.S., including most recently via podcasts on Spotify, which we know that doesn't seem to be going very well either. All right, page 6 goes on to report Prince Harry, Meghan Markle to reportedly reunite with royals for the first time since Megxit. Says the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are expected to attend the Trooping of the Colour in the Queen's annual birthday parade on June 12th in London, the Sunday Times reported. Well, we also thought that they would go there in July for the statue of Diana. Every day, we're going, and we're not going. 3 hours later, then the next day, oh no, we are going. I don't even know if they're invited at this point. And the Queen just wants to see Harry about the Megxit agreement because they were set to be meet face to face. And then I had read somewhere else that if she were to, or if Parliament were going to have him relinquish or remove their titles, that's something that would have to be done face to face. So maybe she would call him in, and if he doesn't come then, which we know he's not now, but if he comes in July, or if he does come in June, go through all of the parades and all the public events and stuff, because we know that Meghan for Netflix is going to want to get a picture of herself and Harry, or at least herself with Her Majesty the Queen or Prince Philip or other members of the royal family, so that she gives everybody around the world the illusion that she's still very much much part of them. So maybe they'll trick her a little bit, get her there, let her participate, and then let them know that their HRH has been removed by Parliament and that, they're now just commoners. Wouldn't that be wonderful news? Current plan is for the Queen's birthday parade to go ahead in London as normal, but we don't know now because of COVID and because of social distancing. And last year it was scaled down to a very small amount, and I think it was moved from Buckingham Palace, yep, it says that above, and to Windsor Castle due to the lockdown. So one of my viewers commented, and thank you, Gemma. Moonchild, I enjoyed your video. Sorry, I've not commented very much. Be blessed and free of stress. Sorry, I meant to skip that. Meghan has never obeyed any rules, laws, or morals. After all, she is a legend in her own twisted mind. She has selectively chosen to comply with UK COVID-19 travel bans because she desperately needs both to be the victim of something beyond her control and another woke red herring to fool her sugar sheep into believing she would ever want to go and face the Queen or the British people that she has been fleecing for years now with the assistance of the croaking ribbit prince. Excuse me. Thank you, Gemma, for that, but I think you're absolutely right. She'll use the COVID as an excuse not to go because she doesn't want to face her. She doesn't want to be there. And she's playing the victim status. Oh, I want to see our family. We want to go back. We want to show them Archie. But this COVID thing has really just cramped our style. So thank you, Gemma, for submitting those under the comments. The international news, Meghan Markle's dad can't wait for sister's sensational memoir to be released. And what does it say below? Meghan Markle is pretty much unperturbed by her half-sister attempting to cash in on their Cold War. Please, she doesn't need to cash in on anything. She's just trying to set the record straight. Meghan, you know that you had a gag order on them and that they were scared to say anything for fear that you would slap a lawsuit on them. And now she's having her say. Although I'm not rushing to buy it, and not that I don't want to support her, but I'm just not sure. The word on the street that I'm getting is that she's not going to give juicy tidbits about Meghan, but it's going to be more or less what it was like for her to have grown up and being biracial. But I don't know. It could be different. I wish I could just download it online and see what it's about, but I think it's only available in paperback. But I know some of you have asked for me to get it and review it, but if it's doesn't have something new that we don't already know about, I'm not interested. And I read Finding Freedom, and oh God, it was just torture to get through. And I love Lady Colin Campbell, but her book, there were many chapters that it was tough to get through. And there at the end, I thought, she's not really spilling the beans on her. She's being too nice about it, and maybe doesn't want to ruffle any feathers with the royal family. But I do love her, and she's wonderful, and I watch her on YouTube. Meghan Markle's estranged sister and her much-awaited memoir claiming to spill secrets about her have been making headlines of late. Well, and while the Duchess of Sussex is pretty much unperturbed by her half-sister attempted to cash in on the Cold War, their father, Thomas Markle, is elated. According to Us Weekly, Thomas has given his 2 cents about Samantha's upcoming book titled The Diary of Princess Pushy, Sister Part 1. Talking to the portal, he said, "I'm just very pleased that she has accomplished this book. Let's let her talk about the book herself." Yeah, because he probably doesn't know whatever's going to be in it. And I can't find where she's really releasing anything about it like other authors do. They'll usually give you the hints of the juiciest tidbits that are in there. But what I've found in the summary of it, I just don't know what we're going to get from it. So I'm not going to get my hopes up yet. Meghan Markle bid farewell to the royal family in an utterly tearful and soul-shattering way. Oh, this is Omid, coming from Omid. The Duchess of Sussex, who was tired of being constantly hounded by the British media, welled up and had tears in her eyes when she was saying goodbye to her staff members. As revealed by royal biographer Omid Scobie, Meghan's final speech was nothing less than heartbreaking for everyone at the palace. Are you kidding? That farewell tour, she was walking on clouds. It was all about a fashion statement for her and playing the victim and making everybody believe her narrative narrative that she was treated so vile and that the royal family wasn't supporting her, that she didn't have their backing. She was just pushing that all the way because she had to get Harry out and take him back to the States so that she could start the life that she had planned on having the minute she had that ring on her finger. It just took her a little bit of time before she was able to escape. So it says they can't come back from this. The cover story of Woman's Day says that Meghan betrays Harry, leading to the kind of fight that you can't come back from. What was this betrayal? Well, the tabloid provides a few different possibilities. Markle recently admitted to feeding information to the authors of her biography, Finding Freedom, when she adamantly denied to the world that she had nothing to do with it, even though we could tell that the way certain things were written were almost like the speeches that she would give in public because they were all wordy and jumbled and what we call the word salad. So it says that... for one thing, she also recorded an anti-Trump video with the tabloid saying involving herself in an election is the ultimate royal etiquette. No, she knew better than that. The Queen told them explicitly, when you go over there, you do not get involved in politics. You do not merge off the royal family's name. You do not use your royal titles. She basically broke all those the first few months she was there. And it didn't mean anything to her. And she thinks she's going to come back and hold something over their head and be able to continue to get what she wants. But I just don't think that's the case. If it is, then I have lost all faith in Her Majesty. I have respected her. I think she's a woman that plays a long game, that she's very bright, that she's not reactionary, that she thinks about the best way to go about things. So that they can hold on to the monarchy. And but Meghan has caused so much damage. I know people are really pushing for it to be a republic over in the UK now. And it was because of a lot of Meghan's doings. Perhaps the biggest betrayal, though, stems from the Sussex multi-million-dollar production deal with Netflix. How can Harry have signed on a deal with Netflix, who he knows produces The Crown, and who he himself had said that they will never carry the story up until him being in it, that it will stop before then, because we know they were saying it would end at season 5. Now I hear rumors that it might even be a season 6. And we know that that's not all the truth, that it is a dramatization. They use bits of the truth or actual events that happen, but it's not exactly the way it is. There's no way for them to know exactly how it is. But anyway, for him to put his mom in such a bad light and just show her as someone weak and going in and, and being portrayed the way it has portrayed her and his own father. So I know the royal family has to have been very hurt by that, because it was said with the Netflix and the Spotify deal, allegedly, that each of those were accepted or agreements signed prior to getting those approved by the Queen or the palace. Oh no, I got a cat and a puppy upstairs tangling. But anyway, how pathetic. Cristal says, how pathetic, how pretentious, really. They felt it necessary to say that they are staying positive, and this was about on the Archwell site. How insensitive, how socially and racially deaf and blind. Their insensitive, thoughtless statement will lose them even more followers. They should have kept their mouths shut. Archie, I don't believe we'll ever see the real one. I don't believe William and Catherine are planning a U.S. trip, and that's how the royals do tour. That's not how the royals do tour. If the poorly written, composed, Freedom Story is an example of Meghan Markle's writing, her literary talent, don't hold your breath for any best-selling novels from her. Meghan Markle, just the average mall chick or soccer mom. Yeah, it said that they're going to produce some books and the podcast and do good things and share kindness through their website. That's all well and good. But if you're going to do that, you've got to walk the walk and talk the talk, not just talk the talk. because you've got to be kind and generous, and that starts with your own immediate family and friends and the people that you've wronged, by going back and making amends with those people, saying your apologies. But to her, she never sees that she does anything wrong, that it's everybody else that is out to get her. And that's a very paranoid way of thinking, isn't it? But we do think she has that narcissistic personality disorder. And I don't know whatever happens with Megxit, or if they do pull those titles. God help Harry. I hope he's got keys to the car and, can get away and has a friend. Maybe he can go over and stay with, drive down to Adele's or someone, because I think she will go ballistic, that she just won't be able to cope with all of this, because we know she's okay and she can keep that mask concealed as long as things are going her way and people are agreeing with her. But the moment it's not, and she's not getting her way, then God help anybody that's around her. But anyway, let's go on to see. So what will happen with you, Harry? I don't know. You've just made so many mistakes. And we blame you as much as we do Meghan now, because you could have stood up, you could have said no, and you just didn't do it. So let's continue catching up on what's going on with the Markle saga, and I'll let you know when I see something else in the news. And I hope everybody is doing okay. Let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That helps get my video out there. I'm not making anything from these. I've never been paid a penny from YouTube, but hopefully it'll grow my viewership to where maybe in the future I can be. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate you very much. Lots of